Welcome back to the Christian Bachelorette. My name is Jayme and I am your host. Today's episode is episode 8, and we are going to talk about Illuminate, Eliminate, the 90-day protection. Kind of rhymed a little bit. Wow, last week we talked about ghosting. Yeah, but what happens if you don't get ghosted and you're dating someone and you're not sure? What happens if you're not being ghosted and you're dating multiple people and you don't know which one to pick? I had ended my second season ghost busting, and I moved into my next season of 3 really good men. And yes, I had gone on, some first dates, but slowly but surely, just 3 were very quickly highlighted to me, and I was so thankful. These were 3 really, really good men. And I didn't know how I was going to decide. Yep, that is my truth. I did not know. Guy number 1, he was a setup, and he had so many amazing, amazing qualities. I would say what stood out about him the most is he was so adventurous. But there was something weird about money. I could feel it in my spirit. But I just battled, God, what do I do? Because there wasn't hard evidence, but it was something in my spirit. That's when God gave me a prayer that I empower you to pray. Please pray it. It has saved me, and I promise it will save you. It is the most powerful prayer. And that is, God, would you illuminate or would you eliminate? Because trust me, he will. He really, really, really will. So I had been praying about guy number 1, and it just couldn't shake this money thing. And there wasn't the hard evidence, but there was something. But I felt like I didn't have enough to walk away. I pray the prayer, and literally the next day I get a voice memo, a very kind one, being honest, saying, I've got some money stuff, and I'm not going to be able to really invest in you. I'm still down to date if you want, but I just need you to know that you can't really be a priority. Well, that was a clear sign to me. He's got to work on that. Hey, and you know what? We even stayed friendly. So God, thank you. Thank you for eliminating. And then in the meantime, God is illuminating these 2 other men. And so now I'm month 1 in, and now I'm like about going into month 2, guy number 2. I mean this in a positive way. He was kind of like a bowl and china shop. He was just so excited about me. He was tall and handsome, and just was this big guy that just was so in awe of who I was. And I kind of loved it. But there was something off about his depth for me. Couldn't put my finger on it. So I kept dating, and we got into conflict. And that's when everything shifted. Now, progress for me, I spoke up, not in my anxious attachment. I was able to do that in security, regardless of the outcome. And sure enough, something had shifted. But again, didn't have enough information to walk away. So I just kept saying, God, would you illuminate? Would you eliminate? Would you illuminate? Would you eliminate? And about 2 months in, called me on a random Sunday. Also, sidebar, y'all, if you're going to break up with someone, don't make them endure an hour conversation about nothing. Okay. This happened to me 3 times. I don't want to talk to you. If you're going to be breaking up with me, I don't care about this hour conversation. Would you just pull the Band-Aid off? My goodness. But I knew. And then he said it. And I can't even tell you how relieved I was. And it's no offense to him, okay? But the truth is I was feeling that way, and God did it for me. God eliminated him. And then now it's guy number 3. So now guy number 3 and I have been dating almost 3 months, which at the time, that was my thing, right? It's let's date 90 days. Let's see it through for 90 days. But here's the thing. We had some distance issues, right? He was building a house in Idaho. The ironic thing is we actually lived in the same apartment complex, but just not at the same time. So he comes back and we decided, hey, we're going to give this a little more than 90 days because we haven't spent time in person. Okay. And this guy, he was just sweet and healing to my heart. He would watch Hallmark movies with me. He'd go to Disney. He even said he'd rub my feet. I never had any of that. And it felt really good and it felt safe and I felt very seen. But something was off, especially the second in-person date. Okay. Second in-person date, you guys. So please also sidebar, do not date for 3 months without meeting someone. Please do it after a month or less. But yes, second date, something was wildly off, to the point that, I mean, if like an ick could have an ick, I had the ick. Okay. But he had all these qualities, you guys, that I just didn't want to give up on him. So God, would you illuminate, eliminate, illuminate, eliminate? Now, keep in mind, we had this conversation. We're going to not be exclusive because we have only seen each other 2 times in person, but we are not dating anyone else. We're going to go all in on each other. That's it. 2 days after the ick date, he got caught with my friend's friend. And again, the relief that came upon me was insane. That was the easiest goodbye. You know, bless him, wish him well. But God illuminated. And then he eliminated. So here's the thing is if you are battling with indecision, if you're battling with ambivalence, if you're afraid you're going to make the wrong choice, pray the prayer like I did. Illuminate, eliminate. God will do it for you. Okay, we are going to end on the same verse that we've been doing the last few days. Proverbs 13:12. When hope's dream seems to drag on, the delay can be depressing when hope is deferred. But when at last your dream comes true, life's sweetness will satisfy your soul. Let's live in the second half of that verse. But when at last your dreams come true, life's sweetness will satisfy your soul. So that is it, you guys. And next time we are going to talk about something that I know is very sensitive, and that is a quiet season.